When we talk about the greatest running backs in NFL history, certain names always come up. We think of legends like Jim Brown, Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith, and Barry Sanders. These are the players enshrined in Canton, Ohio, their legacies secured forever. But there is another name, a powerful runner who dominated defenses for a decade, who remains on the outside looking in. That name is Corey Dillon. His career was a masterclass in consistency and raw power, and his numbers tell a story that many believe should have ended with a gold jacket and a bronze bust. He was a force of nature on the football field, a player who could take over a game all by himself. Corey Dillon's career statistics are not just good, they are elite. He finished his 10-year tenure in the NFL with an incredible 11,241 rushing yards. This places him among the top rushers in the history of the sport. He also found the end zone 89 times, proving he was a reliable scorer. One of the key metrics for a running back is their yards per carry average, and Dillon's was a stellar 4.3 yards. This shows that every time he touched the ball, he was consistently gaining significant ground for his team. These are not the numbers of a borderline player, they are the resume of a Hall of Famer, plain and simple. What makes Dillon's numbers even more impressive is the elite company he keeps. He is one of only 10 running backs from the Super Bowl era to have rushed for over 10,000 yards, averaged more than 70 yards per game, and maintained at least a 4.3 yards per carry average. Think about that for a moment. This is a very exclusive club of the best to ever do it. Of those 10 players, 8 of them are already in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The only 2 who are not? Corey Dillon and Fred Taylor. It's a statistical anomaly that raises serious questions about the evaluation process. Despite this incredible production and statistical evidence, Dillon has never even been named a semi-finalist for the Hall of Fame. It is a stunning omission for a player who was so dominant for so long. He is a ghost in the halls of Canton, a name that seems to have been forgotten by the very people tasked with preserving the game's history. For fans who watched him play, and for Dillon himself, this exclusion is hard to understand. The numbers are there, the records are there, and the impact was undeniable. The question that lingers is, why isn't he recognized for it? Corey Dillon's professional journey began with the Cincinnati Bengals, a team that struggled to find success during his time there. He was drafted in 1997 and immediately became the centerpiece of their offense. For 7 seasons, he was the heart and soul of the Bengals, a lone bright spot on a team that often had a losing record. Defenses knew that stopping the Bengals meant stopping Corey Dillon. They would stack the box with 8 or 9 defenders, daring Cincinnati to throw the ball, which they often couldn't do effectively. Yet, even against these overwhelming odds, Dillon consistently produced at a high level, a testament to his talent and determination. His rookie season was a sign of the greatness to come. In a single game, he exploded for 246 rushing yards, breaking the legendary Jim Brown single-game rookie rushing record. It was a statement to the entire league that a new star had arrived. He didn't stop there. In 2000, he delivered one of the most iconic performances in NFL history when he rushed for an astonishing 278 yards against the Denver Broncos. This feat broke Walter Payton's all-time single-game rushing record, a mark held by one of the game's most revered figures. Dillon was doing more than just playing well. He was etching his name into the NFL record books. The consistency Dillon showed in Cincinnati was remarkable. He started his career with 6 straight seasons of over 1,100 rushing yards. This level of sustained production is rare for any running back, but it is almost unheard of for a player on a team that offered so little support. He was like the mythological figure Sisyphus, tasked with pushing a giant boulder up a hill every Sunday, only to have it roll back down. Despite the team's struggles, Dillon gave Bengals fans a reason to watch. He remains the franchise's all-time leading rusher with 8,061 yards, a record that still stands today. However, his relationship with the organization became strained over time. Frustrated with the constant losing, Dillon was very vocal about his desire to play for a contender. He famously said he would rather flip burgers than continue playing for a losing team, a comment that did not sit well with the front office or some fans. Eventually, he requested a trade, looking for a chance to compete for a championship. While his production on the field was undeniable, his outspoken nature may have started to create a narrative that would follow him for the rest of his career and beyond. In 2004, Corey Dillon got his wish when he was traded to the New England Patriots. This move completely changed the trajectory of his career and the perception of him as a player. He went from being the only weapon on a struggling team to a key component in a well-oiled machine led by quarterback Tom Brady and coach Bill Belichick. The Patriots needed a powerful, reliable running game to complement their efficient passing attack, and Dillon was the perfect fit. He immediately proved that he was not just a player who put up empty stats on a bad team, he was a winner. His impact in New England was immediate and profound. In his very first season with the Patriots, Dillon had the best year of his career. He rushed for a career-high 1,635 yards and scored 12 touchdowns, providing the physical, punishing ground game the team had been missing. He wasn't just a part of the offense, he was a driving force behind its success. This performance silenced any critics who questioned if he could thrive in a different system. He proved that with a strong team around him, his immense talent could be channeled directly into winning football games at the highest level. That magical 2004 season culminated in a trip to Super Bowl 39. Dillon was instrumental in the Patriots' playoff run, and he continued his excellent play on the biggest stage. In the Super Bowl against the Philadelphia Eagles, he rushed for 75 yards and scored a crucial touchdown that helped secure the victory. He had finally reached the pinnacle of the sport, earning the championship ring he had so desperately wanted. In a single season, he had transformed from a disgruntled star on a losing team to a Super Bowl champion and one of the most respected running backs in the league. His performance that year put him in truly elite company. Only two other running backs in history, Hall of Famers Terrell Davis and Emmitt Smith, have rushed for over 1,600 yards and won a Super Bowl in the same season. This achievement alone should be a major talking point in any Hall of Fame discussion. Dillon proved he could be the best player on a bad team and a vital contributor to a championship dynasty. Despite this success and his crucial role in one of the Patriots' Super Bowl victories, he has not been inducted into the team's Hall of Fame, another puzzling snub in his career. So why is a player with such a strong resume continuously overlooked? The reasons are likely complex and go beyond the statistics. One major factor could be his outspoken personality. Throughout his career, Dillon was never afraid to speak his mind, whether it was demanding a trade from Cincinnati or criticizing the team's direction. While honesty can be a virtue in the world of professional sports, it can sometimes be perceived as being a difficult player or not a team player. This narrative, fair or not, may have hurt his reputation among the media members and Hall of Fame voters who decide his fate. Another hurdle is the perception of his off-field issues. Dillon has faced legal troubles, including an assault charge in 2000 and later arrests for spousal abuse and a DUI after his career ended. Although some charges were dropped or reduced, these incidents have clouded his legacy. Dillon himself argues that his on-field performance should be the only thing that matters for Hall of Fame consideration. He points out correctly that other Hall of Famers have had significant off-field problems, yet their on-field achievements were enough to get them inducted. It raises a question about consistency in the voting criteria. This lack of recognition extends to the teams he played for. He is the all-time leading rusher for the Bengals, yet he is not in their Ring of Honor. He has criticized the team's fan voting process, calling it a popularity contest that penalizes players who left the organization on less than perfect terms. Similarly, his critical role in the Patriots' 2004 Super Bowl win has not been enough to earn him a spot in their team Hall of Fame. It seems there is an invisible wall preventing him from receiving the honors his performance suggests he has earned. Ultimately, the debate over Corey Dillon comes down to a fundamental question. What is the Pro Football Hall of Fame for? Is it to honor the most statistically dominant players, or is it a judgment on a player's entire character and career narrative? Dillon firmly believes his numbers speak for themselves, and on paper, he has a powerful case. He was a record breaker, a workhorse, and a champion. Is it fair that one of the most productive running backs of his generation remains on the outside, looking in, waiting for a call that may never come? Only the voters can answer that.